Hey, it's Christy with Teaching Tech Together. Today I'm going to show you how to make a word parts daily review using Google Drawings. So something like this on your screen, you see I have a multisyllabic word, lines that are stacked on top of each other that students can then click, hold, and drag to separate the word parts. This is a great activity for a warm-up. So how students would do it is you'd click the line, hold down, and drag to where you want it to break up the parts of the word. Students can then turn it back in, and I am going to show you here how to add a link back to the assignment in your Google Classroom. Let's get started. So the first thing I'm going to do is open up a new Google Drawing, and I'm going to go to File, Page Setup, and I'm going to drop down to Custom, and I'm going to make it 10 by 4. And it kind of creates this long rectangle, enough to fit the word. You can adjust it however you like. I'm going to then adjust the background color by right-clicking and going to background and selecting the color of my choice. I'm going to insert word art instead of a text box. And the reason I prefer word art is because you can drag the edges to resize the text without having to format it the traditional way, which you would go to font size, etc. So see here, I'm going to click, hold, and drag the corner, and it's going to adjust the size. So I can make it thicker, thinner, however you like, and then I'm going to go and adjust the fill. So now we have our word. Let's say I don't have enough space here for the lines. I can drag it in without having to adjust the font size. Now you want to add a line. You're going to go to this segment here, select the drop-down box and select line. To make a straight line, after you click to create the line, hold the Shift key down, and you're going to see it creates a straight line. I'll show you how to duplicate that line so you have a stack of lines for students to click, hold, and drag. So I'm going to zoom out so that I can see my workspace around it so that I can duplicate it easily. So here I have the line that I dragged off. I'm going to Control D or Command D if you're on a Mac. I'm going to click, hold, and drag my cursor over the lines so that it selects them all. Now I'm going to go up to Arrange, hover over a line, and do Center. I'm going to go back to Arrange, Align, Middle, and now when I click off, you can see they're all in one stack. So I'm going to click, hold, and drag my cursor to select all of them. And a good reference for this cursor that shows up, this plus sign with the arrows at the end for students that I call it, is a claw. Like at an arcade game where there's a claw machine, you're grabbing a prize, it's going to grab everything that is selected. So I click, hold, and drag that and place it right next to the word. So now when the students log in and see this assignment, if their workspace is not increased, the line is on the page for them to use. Now let's insert a link back to your Google Classroom assignment so students can easily turn it in. I'm going to go to Insert, Image, Search the Web, and I'm going to type in Google Classroom. The icon is going to populate. I'm going to drag it into my drawing, and you can click, hold the edges to resize the image. So when I teach this, I might teach students when you see this icon, that means it's going to link it straight back to the Google Classroom. So here I have where the assignment is, under my Wednesday Google Drawings. There are 3 dots here known as the kebab. Click on that and select Copy Link. It is now copied where the students need to turn it in. I'm going to select the image I want to link, click on here where it says Insert a Link, paste the link I copied from my Google Classroom, and hit Apply. So now when students go to turn this in, they click here and click on the hyperlink, and the assignment will populate. So it's in the teacher view, but in the student view, what they're going to see is a turn in button over here on the right-hand side. So that's another way for students to easily reference back to where it was assigned in Google Classroom.